Greetings, 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 greetings. Welcome in, welcome in. I am your host, Chantel Sierra Kim, coming in to just tap in and fill into the energy of the day. Greetings, greetings, greetings. Welcome in, welcome in on this beautiful evening of the pink full moon in Libra, I believe. So here we are really tapping into the energy of what is our soul showing us and telling us to do in this energy, right? How are we coming into receive everything that we love, everything that we desire, and everything that we fear as well, as that is the soul's card that jumps up. What is it that you fear that is keeping you out of alignment with love? Because that's the opposite. Fear is the opposite of love. So when we get into that frequency and vibration of love, we truly do get everything that we desire. It is so magical, but we have to take the first step. So this fear card came out and it says, I realize that I am testing my resolve to live in the energy of love. What is this pink moon all about, y'all? As I was saying, it is all about love. But in that energy, you may be a little fearful, okay? Fear of the unknown is a real thing. But truly, what if you could know without a doubt what comes next? Maybe not the exact way that things will happen next, but if you were so clear of what happens next, and that it aligned to the idea of how good can it get? Where would the fear be left in that energy, in that frequency, in that vibration? Okay? This is what we're tapping into in this new energy. Releasing the old stories, releasing the old paradigms, coming into the full knowledge of taking responsibility for your life. As the Chariot shows up, okay? We're taking full responsibility for our shadow and our light, okay? In this life. That's a real thing. But this is one thing that those of us who are choosing, because as we know, many are called, few are chosen, and even few choose. This world is full of adventure. What are you choosing? What are you choosing through the things you watch, the things you entertain, the things you talk about? What are you choosing in the company you keep? What are you choosing in your friends, in your work, in your play? What are you choosing? It's all reflecting back to you, that which you are choosing. And my only hope and my desire is that you are choosing you. You are choosing you in a space of unconditional love. And in order to do that, you have to have this inner strength for sure. You have to be the lion and the lamb, as we talked about earlier this week. You have to know when you have to hold your boundaries, and you also have to know when you have to show compassion. But it takes strength to be able to do that. Again, bringing harmony and balance, equalizing, and it doesn't always look equal, okay? Woo! They just said ring the bell on that. Woo! Equalizing that energy of love, and it doesn't always look equal. Woo! That's a deep one. But in fact, it truly is bringing you that Ten of Pentacles experience. You have to begin to rewrite the story as the story is unwinding, as it is spiraling upward. You have to begin to align with that new truth. Booyah! And go for it, knowing that where your attention goes, energy flows. So whatever it may be, you need to move in it, in the frequency of what you desire. Love. what you desire, hopes. What do you desire? The truth of you being able to lead your life in a way that only you can do. Whoops, there it is. We are taking this energy and love and beginning to hold ourselves responsible, right? This card says, when blinded by the unknown, I can choose the light, my light. My life, my life, my life, okay? What are you choosing when you are blinded by the unknown? Are you able to hold the vision and the frequency of love that moves you out of fear and into the next part of your journey, the next place that this energy is taking you, which is truly aligning to your own soul's purpose, which is to be love, okay? Woo, this was good, y'all. They coming in fast, okay? We are talking about this energy of how this Libra energy is showing up in love in this full moon, giving us the opportunity to release some things. Let me find my book. I have written some things down in my meditation because y'all know I be working out my own salvation through fear and trembling as well, okay? So some of the notes that I took today were right on point. And it says, when you know what you know, you now have to do something about it. Woo! And this is your sacred responsibility. This was coming from one of my sisters, my sister Tanasia Polk, who just wrote a book about this sacred responsibility. You can get it on Amazon. But she said this energy right now is the resonant proof of this sacred responsibility. And it's kind of heavy, y'all. It's kind of heavy if you're not willing to release, to surrender, to begin to work your life as if it is already your best life now. Because everything around us will begin to crumble down. So you have to be that frequency holder. That's what has been coming up over and over and over. Truly being able to stay in character to that which you desire. It's not a fake it till we make it. It is a intentional shift in a paradigm, okay? This is where we no longer are in the world, or of the world, but we're in the world, but not of the world. That kind of paradigm, because we're creating it actually as we show up truthfully, authentically, in our own energy, whether it be our childlike nature that never had the limitation, never knew what it was to not think that it could happen, all of our dreams and visions and things that we thought were so miraculous, and then we were told it wasn't. So therefore we began to downplay those experiences. Well, here today is your opportunity to rise. When you know what you know, you now have to do something with it. And even me, you know, I'm coming on here live talking who knows what most of the time, because I'm just here as a channel and a guide, your soul guide, and mine too, as I'm navigating the energy of today and learning just alongside of you of how we navigate it. So there were some questions that were asked of me today. And I'm going to be sitting with it, but I also wanted to share some of them with us. So there is a place in time where we have to begin to look into all the pockets of our lives and sit in the truth of what was revealed. Oh my God. That's what we're doing today. We're going to sit in those little pockets of our lives, those places that may be a little dark, and see what comes up. And see if that's an energy that we are still carrying, that we're still being affected by, that we're still masking for, and saying, you know what? No more. I got to take it to the next level. I got to take it to the next level. Because it's time for me to rise. It's time for me to be able to be the lion and the lamb. Oops, if y'all know that, If y'all know, you know. This is called some next level, you know what, conversation, okay? We got to be the lion and the lamb. Understand it from wherever you find yourself, okay? And this is that energy of how we are bringing it into harmony. So if you're picking up this frequency of what I'm saying in this reading, I just want to say this is your night tonight. Everything's going to be all right, okay? This is your night. Mine too. And I'm doing all right. But this equalizing the energy is what comes next. Then this 10 of Pentacles, okay? This is good. This is really, really good. This is the energy we're cultivating. But if we're just knowing that we're cultivating it and we're not actioning the steps that move us into it, we're going to find ourselves running for something, you know, or feeling blinded by what's next. But once we surrender to the flow of love that is healing us, ain't no stopping us now. Okay, we're on the run, on the move. We on the move, y'all. So I'm going to tap into the Secrets of the Ancestor deck just to get some more clarifying cards for this energy. It feels good to feel good, and I'm loving that energy today. Thank you all for coming in. Thank you for tapping in, sharing your energy, sharing your love. If you haven't yet liked or followed, please do so. Tap, 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 tap in, because this is the time that we are becoming more than friends, okay? We are living this unapologetic life. You know, I'm living my life. You're living your life. We live in our best life, you know? And this is how we cultivate with divine insight, okay? We have to live unapologetic, removing the veils, removing the masks, removing the coulda, woulda, shouldas, removing the stagnation and limitation and self-sabotage. We are worthy of everything that we can see, everything that we can love and feel, and everything that we birth through our thoughts, feelings, and actions. So we're going to have to tap into this. This is number 4 energy from the Secrets of the Ancestor, and it is a foundational energy, right? It's the patriarch, and this patriarchal system is falling, y'all. I mean, we know it, we see it, but how does it affect you? Or does it affect you at all? This is where we begin to show up unapologetically, right? Because this is how we do it, okay? Here we go. I owe no apology for walking in my power. Let's bring that in. Say it again. I owe no apology for walking in my power. This is an affirmation not just for me, but for us all. Understand your power. Understand your light. Understand your life. And I know if you're pulled into my site, it is because we are frequency holders. And the frequency that we have to hold is sometimes very difficult. But you have to do it unapologetically, without fear, in the resolute of love. Ooh, that takes work. But that's what we got to do. That is what helps build the new foundation. For each frequency holder that can hold a vibration of love, of how good can it get, of I'm only living my best life now, energy, it shifts the collective. 1,000 people to 1. Even up a little bit, you know? So let's just have some fun. We're going to ring that in, okay? We're going to look at the ancestral medicine for this card, unapologetic. It says, act as if you are regal. Act as if you are powerful. Act as if you are wise. This is the difference between fake it till you make it. I just said that, y'all. Woo! You have no need to fake anything. Your arteries and bones remember the royalty in your DNA. What you say? Woo! We gonna give a shout out to this ancestor that says our cells and our bones, our arteries and our bones remember that we have royalty in our DNA. So we don't have to fake nothing. You don't have to fake it till you make it, because you are it. What? We are it. You are it. I am it. We are it. But we have to align to what it is. Okay? We can't be taking our mask on and off, but we can continue to play in the energy that allows us to be the powerful mothers and fathers of the universe and begin to create through the vibration of love. This is good. Woo! Y'all, it's getting hot in here. Let me take off my clothes. I am getting so hot. Hey! Okay, I don't know where that came from, but it's good. So I'm going to pull next our chakras. Okay, that's where it is. It's moving up. I'm looking like a whole solar plexus chakra right now as this one wants to pop out. Dang, didn't even give me no time. Okay, so we are activating spiritual awakenings. Okay, that's what we doing today. Get in there. Yeah, get in there. Yeah. So spiritual awakening is really very near and dear to my heart, because I come from this very religious background, and this one wants to come up next. Oh yeah, we'll tap into that one next. So coming from a big Christian upbringing, being in church all my life, and having this revelation of God and wanting to be in that number, okay? When the saints go marching in, all right, Ashe? If you know what I mean, you know what I mean. This was my level of spiritual awakening. But then to go deeper into it, we going into them corners and them pockets of our lives right now, y'all. Get ready, okay? But that revelation and that foundation really began to open me up to new revelations of God, of the universe, of how it all came together. How am I playing a role in it? What is my role in it? How does it get any better than this? Because I've done what the world said do, and I've lived this life that everybody has been reflecting back to me, but there was still an opportunity to see things differently as things were constantly being opened up and revealed to me. And this is from the God in me, you know, working in me, through me, around me, for me, as me. Woo! Through the Christ within, okay? That consciousness, y'all, it's a real thing. And that is what brings us into this awareness. This is what really begins to change the world and open up the kingdom of God, kingdom of the universe, the kingdom of all that is, was, and will ever be. Woo! And it's really reflected and found in you and me. What? Oh my God, they coming through. They coming in fast, y'all. But we are determined, as this card came up next, okay? We are determined that we will get to this spiritual awakening, okay? Because if we are only showing up to do what we know to do, we can trust that there is more to do. Okay, so 29 is the card for the spiritual awakening. And it says, I embody my ancient wisdom, and I am open to the divine spirit within. I embody my ancient wisdom. That's that royalty. The lion and the lamb, all that, y'all. And I am open to the divine spirit within me. Okay? On earth as it is in heaven. I'm determined to make it and be in that number. Okay? I am. I'm just kind of fooling around because that's the little girl. She be acting up. Get yourself together, girl. I just had a flashback with me and my cousins. It would get real funny sometimes, okay? So 16 is the determination card, okay? We are determined to find the truth of who we are and know that we get to do this. It doesn't have to be difficult, although it is heavy and it is work, but we get to play in it and see it all begin to work out in our favor. But we have to trust the unknown. We have to be determined, steadfast, unmovable, but flexible, in flow, knowing that love is the energy and love is how we go. That's how we move forward. It's like, yeah, we working for everybody. So y'all, make it light out here in these streets, okay? We got to be determined. And it says, I am an unstoppable being of love and determination. What I say, y'all, it's all about love. And it's first learning how to love ourselves, putting boundaries in place, knowing that we don't always have to be yes ma'ams and yes I'll do it, yeah, over giving, overextending, over showing up, over producing to show that we are valuable or worthy. This is work for me. Woo! Goodness gracious. Yeah, they coming through for real. But this is how you work through your own problems, your own salvation, being vulnerable, talking about it from the space that you find yourself or have found yourself. But you can look at it from outside yourself and say, yeah, okay, speak, Lord. Okay, speak to me. Okay, being determined. Being determined to press beyond what may be limiting, what may be trying to hold me back, what may be trying to keep me from being, doing, and having everything that I set out to do, be, have, or say. Same with you guys. That's why I'm on here today. You know, every day I've been challenged to show up in a different way. Never in a million years would I have ever thought this is what I would be doing. But why not? And I enjoy it. So this is the glow up, right? This is the grow up. This is the little girl in me getting to show up. So this is the fun time, and I'm determined to stay on this course because in this energy, everything is beginning to align. Everything is getting in alignment, okay? So, yes, that's what it said. I am an unstoppable being of love and determination. Love is the answer. Love keeps us moving. Love allows us to live unapologetically. And even as I was speaking about, you know, the overgiving, the people pleasing, the showing up, doing it because you taking one for the team, or you see that somebody ain't maybe where you need to be, so you overcompensate so that they can maybe see you, or I don't know, but that stuff is for the birds, y'all. That's where you get blinded. This is that energy. No more are we going to be in this energy. We're going to move into what this card says. When blinded by the unknown, I can trust myself to move toward the brightest light. So this is where we move into aligning to the things that serve us, that are moving, that are taking us places, because it truly will take us into our 10 of Pentacles experience. This is living your best life. You ain't going back and forth with nobody because you know what you were sent to do. And you're doing it and doing it and doing it well. Even if the as above, so below doesn't come in a balanced energy, but it is equalized by you showing up being you. And it equalizes the energy so that it'll move you through the next challenge, obstacle. But in that space, you know that you can be the lion and the lamb. You're creating it all. This is from your beingness, that you get to regulate how things show up and how things move you forward. As it says, the world is full of opportunities for adventure, and I get to choose it. What you want to do? How do you want to show up? What do you want to experience? You got to get on top of it, and you got to take the ride, because everything you need is really truly found on the inside. Okay? So the last cards that I'm going to pull for today is, oh, that's so beautiful. Nun Kumuani on the bottom. That's what I say. And she is the celestial alignment, okay? This is the divine illumination of all the good and all the love and all the bliss and erotica and everything wonderful from the celestial benevolence. They like, yeah, that's what kind of life we need to be focused on. You know, how good can your life truly get when you begin to live unapologetically and know that the universe is sending everything you need to support the life you want to live. This is what this pink full moon is all about, y'all. This is the energy that we're coming into. So we got a few of them here. And the first card out is liberation. Liberate your mind. Get yourself together so that you can truly begin to receive the harvest, even in the crazy weather. Living in Ma'at. You can't make this up. This is that love frequency. This is bringing it all into this right now reality, okay? How are you liberating yourself? It brings me back to my framework, align, 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 align. This is anchor into your I am. What do you want to be, do, have? What is it? Then liberate yourself. Let go of anything that doesn't align to that which you desire. And then that liberate is right there. Then it will begin to illuminate all of the things that will support you. That is the harvest, right? Then you're going to see the generation of what you are doing, what you are creating, and boom, there you go with the harvest. All you got to do is dance in it and know that giving and receiving, that balance, that harmony, that equilibrium will show up. Wow. This is a really good reading, y'all. This is very, very good for this full moon. I give thanks to all the ancestors, guides, and those energies that support us in the reading of this message. We are going to tap into Abiola Abrams, the Goddess the Rising deck, for these last three cards, and then we will close out. Thank you again, each and every one of you who've shown up, who've tapped the likes, who've joined the fan club. If you haven't already, you can see all of these videos from my 365-day journey on YouTube, my Circle of Sisters Table Talk page, and also, yeah, go over there, like, and subscribe as well, because I've been on here now 91 days, and I got a few more to go. So keep on showing up, and I will too. Ashe? So 37, here we go. Liberation. Liberation says, my dreams empower me. Break free. Your dreams hold the power and keys to your liberation. You are freedom herself. Rise up. Rise up, rise up. Watch them all show up. Okay, you are freedom herself. Rise up. We give thanks. Yes, my dreams empower me, and that's what sets me free. Ashe, ashe. Okay, so this is the harvest. The harvest. And I love the fact that everything she needs is there, including her drums, because you got to get into the rhythm. You got to get into the rhythm of the season. And here we are in springtime, the first moon energy of this new spell, this new wave spell, this new galactic calendar coming up, this new year of the harvest, the fire horse. This is powerful energy, rhythmic energy. And if you can get into the flow with that determination card, no telling where you're going to go, okay? So let's read what this one says. Number 43. Oh, this feels good to me. So 43, it says, we are always prospering. We are always prospering. But that's because we got royalty in our DNA, remember? So it says, give thanks. You are being blessed. It is harvest time. Pay attention. A season of great harvest is a season of great epiphanies. You are prospering. Understand, the moment you can tap into your hopes, visions, and dreams and hold them like nothing else matters, but do the fun things, but hold the energy for what you desire, it's going to be here before you can even put your wings down, because the angels are conspiring with us, okay? This is the energy of Ma'at, giving and receiving. Everything we have been talking about with relationships and moving in love and bringing in love and loving on yourself, This is the time, and Ma'at shows up just to seal this in. So we give thanks for that. That is number 10, okay? Number 10, giving and receiving. It says, I give easily and freely. I receive easily and freely. It says, reset your harmonic balance. You are out of alignment. The sacred scale commands you to give and receive. If you receive without giving, you are selfish and out of alignment. If you give without receiving, if you receive without giving, you are selfish and out of alignment. If you give without receiving, you are stuck in being a martyr and out of alignment. So the goal is to bring harmony into it. You don't give more than you don't give and give and give and give and give and never receive. And you don't receive, take and take and take and take and never give. It has to be that flow. Okay? This is how we stay in alignment. This is how we maintain Ma'at. We do unto others as we would do unto ourselves. And that is where the energy begins. And when you are in a space to hold boundaries, you still do that as well, because that helps the other person take responsibility. So I have just been on a rant. I am done with the rant. May this love energy of the pink full moon fill you to your capacity so that you will find yourself liberated, abundant, prospering in the energy of giving and receiving, seeing all your hopes and dreams come true, being the lion and the lamb as you do, and riding it. Come on, ride this train, because it's leading you to everything, okay? And when blinded by the unknown, trust your inner light, because you know. So until next time, I'm your host, Chantel Sierra Shakim, your soul guide, speaking out and fixing crowns in the process. As we learned today, we got royalty in our DNA, so we might as well live like it. Ashe. Until next time, remember, how good can it get? How good can it get? Good night.